Hi Aries, welcome to the new moon solar eclipse in Libra for October 2nd, 2024 tarot reading. We're going to navigate this new moon. Um, Solar eclipses can last up until 6 months, and Libra is all about harmony and balance, karma. You have the number 6 events milestone as the direction that this reading is going in, and 6 is also a harmony and balance number. And we have milestone, and it came up right. So the book reads that this is acknowledgement and celebration. The milestone card could reveal something even more immediate and important for you, though. You're ready to establish a new milestone in your life, a milestone of choice. Perhaps you've been wanting to start school or quit some personal pattern like smoking, drinking, and another self-sabotaging behavior. Such changes would be a major milestone for you. This could be birthdays, anniversaries, obviously not birthdays, but it could also be of somebody you know. You can be enjoying a bigger excursion, like a destination wedding or a distant conference, honoring success in business. In any case, it's a milestone and it's acknowledgement of celebration. That's from the book. Not all of it. I had-libbed some of it, obviously. But in any case, there's a milestone happening here for you. And again, the number 6 is a very harmonious number. So let's see, this is the direction the reading is going in. Let's see what's happening for you. I think milestones can also be like rites of passage, right? Everything that somebody goes through at some point in their life. The first set of cards are where you find yourself at the time of the new moon, or if you're actively, consciously creating something new or starting something new, this is where you're going to find it. The second column is you, what you're thinking, what you're doing, how you're behaving. So it's you in the situation. And the last set of cards are the outcome, probable outcome. Some things we can change, some things we are meant to experience, always to further our growth. Sorry about that. But it is always to further our growth, though it may not always seem like it at the time. Pentacles, okay. Let's see what we got going on here. You have some fire going on with the 3 wand cards, 2 pentacle cards. So fire and earth. Alright, let's get started. 8 of Wands is a very nice card. Things are moving very swiftly. While they may still be up in the air, they're moving in the right direction for you. This is Mercury in Sagittarius, so it could have something to do with communication, and it could have something to do with communication in regards to a Queen of Cups. You know, fire is often very passionate as well. So there could be some passionate communication going on with this Queen of Cups. 8 is a power number. Can be used for good or its opposite. But it's usually pretty positive. And Sagittarius is a very expansive energy. So this communication could be mind expanding, and that could happen with the Queen of Cups, because the Queen of Cups is a very intuitive, psychic energy. It is associated with Scorpio for me, so there's a lot of depth where that is concerned. So it could be very deep conversations. But the Mercury in Sagittarius also, for me, is it's the law of attraction card. And so you want to be mindful of what it is that you say, whether that's internal dialogue or with this Queen of Cups, which would be internal dialogue as well, right? Even if this is you, this Queen of Cups. I don't feel like that, though. I feel like it is somebody else external. And this person is usually round in features. They are emotional. They are intense, or they're intense in regards to their emotions, right? There's a very emotional intensity with these people. They're usually quite sharing people, very caring. The negative side of the Queen of Cups is martyrdom, but round in features. All right, you have a couple of people here. So you have a Queen of Pentacles. Now this Queen of Pentacles is going to be square in features. So you're going to look at their forehead, their hands, their chin, their jawline. They have very square features. They're more on the practical side, even though this is for me associated with Aquarius. They can be very sort of like new agey people dealing with, the things of the earth, which doesn't sound new age at all, but sort of like maybe like a dietitian or somebody who uses Ayurveda or something like that. But they are very focused on stability, whether that's physical stability, financial stability, right? So their health, that's where the dietitian comes in, using the things of the earth, good food, minerals, vitamins, la 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 la, that kind of thing to fortify their physical body. Or they're very focused on stabilizing finances, whether that's through their own work or through finding a husband who can do that, right? It's about stability for these people. So I feel like there's a lot of communication with these two women. But it doesn't feel unhappy. It doesn't feel strenuous. In fact, it can be work related because I have some pentacle over here. But I do feel there'll be a lot of communication. Yeah, it's a new adventure or a journey or something new that we're going to embark upon here. It's also a leap of faith with the Fool card. But it can be a new adventure or a new venture. It is a milestone, right? So maybe it's somebody's birthday. Maybe we're indeed going on a holiday to celebrate something. But I do feel like there'll be a lot of communication, a lot of talk back and forth. And there is movement with the Eight of Wands. And everything just seems to be moving in the right direction. Everything's moving very swiftly in regards to this communication and what it is, this new thing that we are embarking upon. There's a lot of energy pushing this forward. And even the sun is even on the Fool's back, right? With the sun on your back, you're moving forward. There's energy behind you. Things are moving very swiftly. Feels good with these two people. All right. I don't think I can say more on that. It just feels this is general reading, right? Ten of Wands, Two of Wands. And Wands are about your passion. Now, there does seem to be a lot of responsibility on your side of things here with that Ten of Wands. But with the 10, we are moving towards the end of the cycle, the situation. It just may seem a bit arduous or long. It's kind of like you can see the end in sight, but that makes it feel all the further away. It is responsibility, taking your responsibility, moving forward with it. Slow and steady wins the race with the Ten of Wands. if you're taking on the responsibility for somebody else, you may be cheating them out of their own learning curve. So sometimes you can give responsibility back, sometimes you cannot. I understand this. If you can, maybe you should lighten your load a little bit. But with that Two of Wands, two is always about envisioning and assessing. And you have two twos. So there can be some envisioning with that Two of Wands. I have an idea, right? That's the Ace of Wands. There's this spark of an idea. What can I do with it? It's kind of like the next step. How can I envision it? Where does it belong in the world? Where, what are other people doing with this? I want to make something. I want to have a party for my best friend, and I wonder what other people are doing, destination parties or weddings or that sort of thing. Two of Wands is really kind of that plotting and planning energy, but it does seem to me like you have quite a bit of the majority of responsibility on yourself with that Ten of Wands. You're behaving like a Queen of Swords. So this is associated with Virgo for me, and I gotta be honest with you, Virgo is excellent at details, so I understand why the burden would be placed upon you, because you are very good at this time or in this situation with details, very detail-oriented energy, very critical mind, critical thinking. Can also like crack the whip a little bit, or if somebody's not doing what they're supposed to, you'll certainly hear from it from this Queen of Swords. However, if she is, or if you are a good friend, you defend your friend tooth and nail. So a good ally to have on your side. However, I think in this case, because the Queen of Swords can be pretty tough sometimes, I think in this case it has a lot to do with the responsibility and critical thinking. And I think that's kind of how you're dealing with things. If you look at the card, though, she can raise a little dust. You know what I'm saying? She can, she can, she can raise a bit of a stink sometimes, but her mind is clear, right? So she says what she needs to say. It may cause a kerfuffle on the ground, but she knows where she stands. And that's critical thinking. Okay. Then you have the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. Now, Three of Pentacles, if it's milestone, can sometimes be engagement or marriage. But for me, it is very much about, it's an apprenticeship card. So it's very much about putting into practice everything that you've kind of been dealing with and working on and planning, right? We're actually putting it into some practice there. And it is also creative solutions. And that Queen of Swords can really come up with some wonderful creative solutions. 3 is a creative number. We can be giving instruction. We could be taking instruction. For some people, if you're moving in, let's say you're moving into your first home, right? You're painting, you're planning out where furniture is going, where appliances may go. Maybe you're building your first house and you're figuring out, the planning of the house, that kind of energy. We are talking about milestones, so why not? Because it does feel like a new venture to me, or a new adventure with the Fool. It's something that we maybe haven't tried yet. We're taking a leap of faith. We are figuring out the details with that Queen of Swords, though. And again, there can be a lot of communication. There can be, maybe these are the party planners, right? Two of Pentacles is multitasking, and that is exactly what you would have to do with that 10 of Wands, right? You have a lot of things, a lot of planning to do, a lot of plotting and planning, and all the responsibility is being laid upon you. And that 2 of Pentacles can mean that you are multitasking. You're keeping the balls in the air. You're juggling things. this card asks you to do it with a light heart, but sometimes that can be difficult. But like I said, if you can delegate, because again, you have a lot of responsibility, but this can be giving instruction. Perhaps you're starting a new position, a new job, in which case you would be taking instruction, right? You would be absorbing it with that Queen of Swords. Hierophant. Yeah, oh, that's another marriage card. That is another marriage card. It is also like big organizations, though. It's tradition. That's why it's called the marriage card sometimes. It's a very traditional card. 5 is you may get a no answer, or you may have to like ask permission or jump through hoops or fill out forms and stand in line and that sort of thing. It doesn't make it easy, right? But these are sort of man-made laws. They're not original law, they're the man-made laws. And so, of course, it's red tape. But it is large organizations, so it can be schools, it can be hospitals, it can be the DMV, it can be churches, religions, that kind of thing that we may be having to deal with. But it is also my no card. So if I ever ask yes and no, this is my no. And there may be a no answer to something, which may mean that you need to juggle things, right? That Two of Pentacles, that maybe you have to like take from one situation, put it to the other. It's really trying to keep all the balls in the air. So you may get a no answer, and you know that's not always a negative thing. Maybe it can help you to decide. What does Spirit want you to know? You have rainbow. There is a rainbow beyond the clouds. Yeah. If anything, for me, this is the cloud. And maybe the 10 of Wands, just because it feels very responsible and very heavy. However, like I said, you behaving like a Queen of Swords, you can handle it. You may be biting your nails. I have a Queen of Swords that has no nails left, because it's like nervous tension, but she gets it done. Okay. I do want to do one more card for that Hierophant. It's kind of bothering me a little bit. Yeah, you are going to have to walk away from something. Something that maybe you were counting on, somebody maybe you were counting on. But remember what I said, it's not always negative. You may find something better in the interim. This is walking away from old emotional baggage. It's walking away from something that was once fun and moving upwards, but it's kind of like with a heavy heart, we have to let it go. Okay? All right. Thank you for listening. I hope this has been helpful. I will return in 2 weeks with a full moon reading. Until then, take very good care. Bye for now.